Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm local black girl, and today we're going to be discussing the Romeca Meeks case. Quadajah Holly Johnson has been charged with the first-degree murder in the shooting that unalived Romeca Meeks Blackmon. The shooting happened Monday, September 8th, around 9 a.m. Romeca had just dropped off her son at school when she got into an altercation with the father of her child, Carlos Way, and the mother of his second child, Quadajah Johnson. Quadajah pulled out a gun and fired it, shooting Romeca in the face. She was rushed to a nearby county hospital where she later died. Romeca's mother, Tina McMiller, said her daughter was a kind, loving, and sweet mother who didn't deserve to die in this manner. She is now left to raise her grandson. Quadajah Johnson was arrested Wednesday at her home. She is due for a detention hearing in Cook County Criminal Court today, Thursday, December the 4th, around 11 a.m.
There is a Justice for Romeca Blackmon page that exists on social media, and I have been tagged in that several times asking for me to do another story. Well, there was no update to provide for another story, so I took it upon myself to then make sure that I did the work of the people, which is to ask the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, is there any updates on this case? I actually did get a response, and in fact, I posted that response in this group yesterday. And it basically said what I heard back, that they were still investigating, that there was no new news. Well, at approximately 3:25 today, I got a phone call from the Cook County State's Attorney's Office on my personal cell phone that I use also as my work phone to say that Quadajah Holly Johnson has indeed been charged and will appear in court tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. So this is not made up. This is not fabricated. This is directly from the source in which I received a phone call. Over the course of September, when this happened, September 8th, I think is the exact date when this happened, I did do a story later on in the month of September with the family of Romeca, went to their home, sat down with them, talked to them. I also heard from family and advocates of Quadajah Johnson saying that, she wanted to clear her name. Apparently she had gotten a lawyer, and I told that person that, she wants to clear her name, and, she's saying that it was the other way around, that she was the person that was being stalked, etc., that this platform, Fox 32, would be available for her to be able to speak. That never happened. I never had the opportunity to interview Quadajah and hear her side of things, but that is what I know was the circumstances. And in fact, the family member told me that she was instructed from her lawyer not to speak, to let this play out. But I still left that door open for the possibility, the probability that she may want to come here at Fox 32 and air out what she felt was, wrong for people to keep saying that she deserved to be charged. With that being said, since that airing of my story, which I think was September 23rd, was the very first time I personally had a hand in telling the story of Romeca Blackmon, telling the story of her son who's left behind, whose birthday was literally coming up, I think the day after that interview. I have stayed on top of finding out if charges were coming. Because one of the questions people had is, how do you just shoot somebody like that, based on what witnesses saw? Some witnesses did not want to come forward, and I think in part because maybe they knew it would be a day that they would have to tell what they saw in court. Understandably, you don't want to talk to the news if you're going to be in a witness box. And so, yes, it is indeed true that at 3:25 p.m. today, I received a call from the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, one of their spokespersons who's been there for years, who said, hey, I'm calling you because she has been charged. I know you've been emailing pretty much on a weekly basis. I'm giving it to you now, letting you know what's happening. So yes, it is true. The article that is linked is currently old. That article will be updated, and that's why I linked it, the previous story. But if you stay with that previous story, you will see here shortly, as our web team is working to update that story so that the new information is out there. This is breaking news. And as you know, in a breaking news situation, a lot of times things are still developing. And in this case, this has not been written up. What I can tell you is that I did indeed just take to air the information that was provided to me from the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, and it did go on TV. So they're updating that news article online, like I said, at this minute. She is charged with first-degree murder. The details of what has, transpired between now, when it happened and now, and what they found out will be forthcoming. We do see, which I think is very interesting. Let me tell you this information that we did just get. Our assignment editor here at the station did just send me, the sheriff's office put out, they did attempt to deliver what they say are order of protections from the plaintiff, which was Quadajah Johnson, to Romeca Blackmon. And they made they made an attempt on July 14th of 2025 to serve her, July 15th of 2025, unsuccessful, all of these. July 16th, July 18th, August 14th, and then October 2nd, which we all know she was not alive then. So all of these details, I'm sure, will come out in court. All of these details will be interesting to see, what did the Cook County State's Attorney's Office find out, since September. So September, October, November, here we are 2 months late, 3 months later, almost, pretty much 3 months later, almost 3 months to the day, by towards the end of this week, almost midweek, or I should say, between now and next week, almost literally 3 months to the day, September, October, November, December. What did they find out in that time that changed all of this? I stayed on top of this case because, honestly, to be truthful with you, many of you were responsible for that because you were emailing me consistently to make sure that I did. And so that's my job. That's my job for you to call me out and say, hey, did you email? Hey, what did you find out? And I don't have a problem with that. I emailed the day I did the story. Then I emailed September 30th saying, hey, good afternoon. I'm emailing to see if you can confirm if Quadajah Holly Johnson has been charged. Had not happened. Emailed again saying, hey, good afternoon, any updates on this? That was October 8th. Emailed right before, in early November, any updates on this case? No updates. And then I emailed again on Monday because of you guys, which was December 1st. You asked the question in this group, calling for justice. You guys emailed and said, hey, any updates? You guys were asking me to see if there were any updates. And I emailed and said, happy holidays. Any updates on this case? I have received an absorbent amount of emails and posts on this today from supporters. And that was on the first that I sent the email. I got a response on the 1st, but did not see it. It was in my email at 1:47 p.m., but for whatever reason, I did not see it. And it said this, no, Tia, hey, Tia, hi, Tia, no updates, still a continuing investigation, hope all is well. And that was the last correspondence. I responded on Tuesday, which was yesterday, saying, thank you as always, happy holidays. And then today, that person who I also have a cell phone for called me from their cell phone to let me know what I'm presenting to you today. That charges, a charge of murder, first-degree murder, has been imposed against Quadajah Holly Johnson and the death of Romeca Blackmon.
I will come back and do another video regarding how her hearing went. One thing I do know is Chicago and the rest of Illinois no longer have a cash bail system. Illinois was the first state to completely eliminate cash bail in September 2023. Now it is up to the judge to decide on pretrial release based on the defendant's risk to the public and likelihood of returning to court, rather than financial means. So Quadajah might have to sit in jail pending trial. Obviously, this is entirely up to the judge, so that's why I'll be following up with another video after her hearing. What are your thoughts on this situation? Please comment them below and we'll discuss them in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.